Hey folks, how's it going? If you can remember from the last video, I was mowing the grass and doing some winterizing things. We just had our first frost of the season, and grass is looking still pretty good. So I think we're good there. But we're gonna move back to the tracker today. If you can remember from the video, I said we have some developing things going on here, some big things, as you can tell. So let me show you what we got. Much different look. Much. I love it though. I think the wheels fit it pretty well. Tires are in rough shape. But look, that was a Facebook Marketplace find for 200 bucks. I think the wheels are roughly 10 inches wide, if I can remember correctly. In the front, they are 31 by 10.5 by 15s. In the back, they're actually 31 by 12 by 15s. They're actually really wide in the back here. I don't love this, the width. I think I more enjoy the front. I think it fits it better. If we take a look at the back of it, she's wide, very wide. Again, I like it how it is wider, but I don't think I want 12 inches wide, especially because we ran into a little bit of a problem. So here I am on the front, and as you can see, I mean, it installed fine, no problem. It has a pretty wide wheel bore here. It's 108 millimeters. However, the problem is when I tried to move it, it's stuck. And the reason why it's stuck is up here, where the brake calipers are and the brake shoes and all that. It actually is rubbing against the wheel up in here, which is obviously not ideal. So again, I do like these wheels. I mean, I will repaint them. You can see a little bit of surface rust, but genuinely not bad at all. Since I would like to keep these wheels, not the tires, but the wheels, I bought spacers. That way we can pull the wheel out from the brake and that way it can move freely. So that's what I'll be doing today, is installing those spacers and putting the wheels back on and taking it for another test drive. Wheels off. As you can see, I was trying to figure this out with my dad last week in between videos, and we put some washers there to kind of test it. We can kind of shave down the brake here, but yeah, I'd rather just put in some spacers. I think that's the easiest way to go about this. So from a video I was watching on how to install spacers, they suggested that clean up the rotor here where the spacer is going to meet the rotor, and then we're going to put some lubricant on here, that way it doesn't seize up. I mean, we don't want the spacer to rust weld, if you will, onto the rotor, because we might need to replace the rotors down the line sometime. Probably not, who knows. But anyway, we're going to clean up this area, that way when we put the spacer on, it has a nice clean, even surface. Contrary to belief, even though this is a cheap project, I do want it to last a decent while. So I'm trying to do things mostly the correct way. I'm not trying to take the always cheap and easy route, if that makes any sense. But anyway, gonna go grab some lubricant, throw it on here, and then we'll throw on the spacer. All right. Gonna use my handy dandy toothbrush to apply some grease here. That way I keep it off my hands. It's very pansy-like of me, but just being honest, I really don't feel like getting all this thick grease on my fingers, so. She's all lubed up. There's no doubt about it. So from here, I got 4 spacers. I'm gonna put all of them on, even on the back. It's gonna be really, really wide. but here they are. Actually, these are for a Ram truck, but it has the right bore size. You can see it here. Well, maybe you can't see it. 5 by 5.5. 108 is the inside, the bore, the diameter, if you will. And they are 1-inch spacers. So I'm just gonna throw these on, and the cool thing also is I'm assuming it's Loctite. Doesn't really tell me. There's no really instructions here, but I'm gonna use this as well. Not sure if that was the right way of going about it, is putting on Loctite, but they sent it, I'm gonna use it, so why not? All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. All right, it's perfectly sitting in there. I like it. And we're gonna take these lugs they gave us, and we are going to install them. First time ever using spacers. I was thinking about buying some for my truck a while back, but when the truck has about 337,000 miles, I think, I'm just trying to use it and try to take care of it until hopefully I can afford another one. So I do like my truck. I'll probably be making some videos on that too, but not anytime soon. Not unless I need to. Oh boy, I might need my wife to sit on the car and hit the brakes. Yeah, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can you come sit and hit the brakes in?
Sit and do the brake. I learned about this in the tech center.
What? Twerking?
Well, no, because they had a snap-on air tool off of, like, the pit crew. But about, like, going diagonal, which I already knew. Like,
That way it gets a nice even seat.
Huh?
That way it gets a nice even seat.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I don't think it should matter too much on this, because, I mean, the other reason is because I want it to be nice and tight.
Mm-hmm.
So, but for this, as you can hear the clicking, that's me doing the torquing to 90. Thank you.
You're welcome. I did a lovely job.
Now that the spacer is on, we're gonna throw on the wheel. Went to trusty old AutoZone. Got myself some lugs. I'm sorry, some lug nuts. And we got the right ones. So just gonna get off these old ones. I don't know if I'll save them, probably not, but gonna lubricate up the studs and we'll slap them on, tighten it up, see what it looks like. The good news is though, it spins, because I wasn't able to do that before. It was stuck on the brake, so I'm already much happier about that. That is the sound of success. Let's first grab off the lugs. Also, these gloves from Walmart, these Hyper Toughs, love them. I always hate loose gloves, but these are feeling good. From here, it's pretty much wash, rinse, repeat. Everything applies to all the rest of the wheels. Take off the wheel, remove the washers if they're there, clean up the rotors or the brake drums, apply grease, add in the spacer, and then install the wheel again. And just make sure that it can roll. That's pretty much it. Just letting you know, using a shower curtain to hold the brake there at the bottom. See if it works. Be pretty ingenious if it does, I'll be honest myself. My wife is on the other side of town. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And if it is successful, wheel should spin. Oh wait, right, brakes on. Ha! Let me release the curtain rod. Take two, wheel should spin, and success. In essence, if I did everything correctly, which I'm pretty sure I did, the front should be completed. Sticking out decently far. I like it though, it gives some good stance. That's roughly what it should look like if I use the same tire on the front. Here's what the other side looks like. Sorry, the wheel's a little bit turned. I gotta clean up some of my tools, but now I gotta do the back. However, if I'm gonna throw the spacers on the back, definitely gonna need to move it out of the garage or turn it around. So give me a second, let me set it up, and I'll be right back. We'll do the back. From afar, she looks pretty mean, I can tell you that. But goodness gracious, turning radius, awful. Definitely gotta cut some stuff, that way I can turn the wheel more. Also, as it took me about 18 years to turn this thing around, I love all the weird looks I get from people driving down the street. Anyway, I'm gonna leave the car out of the garage, and some more sunshine out there. It feels nice. And yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna put the spacers on the back, and then I'll show you the finished product and where we go from here. I was watching a YouTuber named Murphy Diesel, and he was selling a dually, not selling it, but giving it away. Called it Big Booty Judy. Since this is the Tracker, my wife thinks I should call this the Big Booty Trudy. So there you go. This is Big Booty Trudy, at least for right now. Alright, even though we have the spacers in, you can already tell we're going to have an issue with turning the wheel. So just thought I'd bring you along, see what I have to cut. Probably going to mark some stuff, try to cut it today, that way I can take it for a test drive. But anyway, I'm going to turn on the car, turn the wheel, and see what we got. So I think what I'm going to do, even though I marked lower, I'm just going to follow the body line. It seems more natural, cut it across, cut straight down, take out that whole piece. And then on the front, even though we're going to probably put on a skid plate, just going to cut pretty much where this body line is here all the way around the front bumper. So here goes nothing. This process did not go as planned, but that's alright. Removing that little piece of the quarter panel was pretty easy. However, trying to get rid of the inside and up to the firewall was not going so well. As you can tell, a lot of smoke happened, so I was really careful around the firewall and not trying to cut into the cabin. That was never the plan. However, removing the bumper has pretty much been the easiest thing I've done so far when working on the tracker. It's pretty helpful when the bumper is made out of plastic. And just like the other side, just had to make sure that I was being careful when removing this quarter panel piece, as well as cutting close to the firewall. I also gotta find a way to put the wheel well back up inside. Seems like all of the plastic clips broke off. Alright folks, that should give me enough clearance in the front completely. You can see half the bumper, not half the bumper, I don't know, a third of the bumper's gone. Again, enough space over here to turn, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it down the road, see what she does. Runs like a beaut, folks. Let's get her in the garage. I think we're done this phase, so the next thing we're going to be doing is working on the back and making the box. But first, gotta clean. It's pretty bad back here, and then I'll prime it all up. But again, I'm gonna make the utility box and the roll cage. Also, some other things to look forward to that's not the tracker. Since it's getting to be a little colder outside, I don't always want to be in the garage. Imagine that. So gonna be doing some projects inside the house or for the inside of the house. And some Christmas gifts for Hannah and Landon. Thanks again for watching. Hope you liked the episode. Please like and subscribe, share with all of your friends, and we'll see you in the next one.